Welcome all. BEGE 106 Understanding Poetry. We will discuss some important short notes from the topic. Question number 1 Caesura.
Caesura.
A pause or interruption in a poem. Classical prosody using two words to divide a metrical foot. Caesura is a pause in a line of poetry that is formed by the rhythms of natural speech rather than by metrics. A caesura will usually occur near the middle of a poetic line but can also occur at the beginning or the end of a line. In poetry, there are two types of caesural breaks, feminine and masculine. The purpose of using caesura is to create a dramatic pose which has a strong impact. The pose helps to add an emotional, often theoretical touch to the sentence and conveys a depth of sentiments in a short phrase. A caesura may be marked like this, as shown in this picture. Lyrics. It is a short poem that expresses emotion and is meant to be sung, but written after 15th century, though not meant to be sung. Nevertheless, tend to retain their mellifluous quality and rhythm. The lyric lends itself to the expression of intense personal joy or pain or offers a contemplative mood. The lyric expresses the poet's emotional response to an event or scene or to be the recollection of an emotion. Thus, the lyric is essentially an emotional or reflective soliloquy. Many of the long poems in modern period have also used the devices of lyricism to express the peak moments of the poet, but by chaining these fragmentary sequences together. The lyric in 20th century has allowed for more complex attitudes than those of the earlier period. It expresses the instant emotion felt at very moment and which follow out in the form of poetry. As a lyric is composition of spontaneously written at the white heat of passion. It is not limited to expressions of joy or elation. Synecdoche. A synecdoche is a figure of speech in which a term for a part of something refers to the whole of something or vice versa. For example, 50 head of cattle for 50 cows, or the army for a soldier. Synecdoche can sometimes be described as a form of personification in the cases when it substitutes a human element for a non-human organization, such as referring to a weapon falling into the wrong hands. In this case, the human element of hands stands in for an opposing group. The word synecdoche comes from the ancient Greek word synekdoche, synecdoche, which means simultaneous understanding. Spenserian sonnet. Like other sonnets, Spenser's sonnet contains 14 lines of iambic pentameter, meaning there are 5 iambic feet or iambs per line. However, his rhyme scheme and the manner in which he decided to divide these lines distinguish his form from the others. The scheme Spenser chose was adapted from the rhyme model he used in his famous epic poem The Faerie Queene and follows the pattern A B A B, B C B C, C D C D E E. His sonnets divided into three quatrains or segments of 4 lines, followed by a rhyming couplet. Spenser's form is also commonly referred to as a linking sonnet because the B and C rhyme elements weave the quatrains together. Aposypieces. It is a figure of speech wherein a sentence is deliberately broken off and left unfinished, the ending to be supplied by the imagination, giving an impression of unwillingness or inability to continue. An example would be the threat, get out or else. This device often portrays its users as overcome with passion like fear, anger, excitement, or modesty. To mark the occurrence of aposypieces with punctuation, an em dash or an ellipsis may be used.